Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 16th race of Season 1 NASCAR Walmart Cup Series, which means after this race, it will be 10 races left of the regular season before the chase for the championship begins. Hi, I'm Levi McIntyre, aka ThrashManiac99, here to welcome you here to the Pocono Raceway for the running of the Pocono 400. This track is 2.5 miles around. It is a very rough track. A lot of slick spots, including the famous tunnel turn, which is turn 2. And this track is known as the Tricky Triangle because of 3 turns. And it's a fast track, but there's a lot of heavy braking and a lot of shifting going on. So we could see potential for some people who might have shifting issues during this race. It all depends on how these guys are going to race. But, excuse me. But the current point situation that we have going into this race is between first and second. Chris Washer, who is our 4-time winner this season, he has a 21-point lead over Eric Burton coming into this race. We'll see if Eric Burton can get a win so he can get himself in the chase. Then the next person in line is a driver you see right there on the pole, Jessica Shelton. She is 44 points behind Chris Washer, or 34 points behind Chris Washer for the points lead. And then the closest to them is Michael Norman, who is 55 points behind Chris Washer and 4th in points. So that is a look at your top 4 in the points who are close together pretty much, trying to battle for the points lead. But then again, having the points lead may not matter all that much. It's all about whether or not you can get the win and get yourself into the chase. But now, we are going to, or hang on just one second. I had to send a Facebook message to somebody. But anyways, here's a look at your starting lineup. It's going to be Jessica Shelton on the pole position. She came close to winning last week at Canadian Tire. She has come close several times this season to get her first win of the season and a potential spot in the chase. Maybe this will be the race for her. We shall see. Starting next to her is going to be our winner from Bristol, the guy who comes into the race 12th in the points, Austin LaPlante. Austin LaPlante would love to get himself a second win of the season to get locked into the chase. Starting in third is going to be our winner from Joe Gibbs International Raceway and I believe Texas, Barney Taylor. Barney Taylor is coming into this race 5th in the points, and he is 71 points behind Chris Washer. We shall see if he can get his 3rd win and get in higher up in the chase as far as bonus points. Starting 4th is the driver who comes into this race 16th in the points and has been on a little momentum streak as of late, and that is Cody Lamas. And then rounding out the top 5 is our winner from Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, Matt McIntyre. Keep an eye on him. He could go 2 for 2 and 2 in a row and try to be the first driver this season to go 2 in a row of the season. Starting 6th is our winner from Coca-Cola Superspeedway, Austin Weiner. He comes into this race 8th in the points, while Matt McIntyre comes in 13th in points as he moved up quite a lot after that win. But Austin Weiner has still been 8th in points for the last few weeks. We shall see if he can get his second win. Starting in 7th is going to be the man who comes into this race 18th in the points, Charles Jackson. Now, he had a momentum streak going up until the last couple races. He's had not so good of finishes, but we shall see if he can get a win. Starting 8th is the driver who comes into this race 10th in points, Nick Smith. Now, Nick Smith had a rough week last week at Canadian Tire. Finished the race dead last after he and Danny Wells got into an incident where Danny Wells turned to 20 and both cars hit the tire wall and had to retire. But we shall see if Nick Smith can rebound and get a good finish. Starting 9th is the driver who comes into the race 20th in the points, Fred Schaefer. Fred Schaefer, he is still in desperate need for that win if he wants to get himself into the chase. And then rounding out the top 10 is going to be the 99 of Cody Hagan, and he comes into this race 15th in the points, and he has been coming closer and closer and closer to getting that win. The rest of the field, we have a Richard Petty row here. We have Michael Norman and Tommy Mooney in 11th and 12th. 13th is our winner from Atlanta, Cole Daly. 14th is Sonny Hammond. 15th, Kyle Matthews. 16th, Cameron Bailey. 17th, Ian Dutta. 18th, our winner from Rockingham, UK and Talladega, Chris Oliver. I believe that's 18th. Alright, 19th is Trent Dunham. Rounding out the top 20 is Seth Cole. Then we have an all Penske Racing row right here in row 11. Starting in 21st is Dylan Young. 22nd is Ian Siegel. 23rd is Charlie Rodriguez. 24th, Danny Wells. 25th, Henry Nova. 26th, points leader and four-time winner at Las Vegas, Martinsville, Darlington, and trying to remember what was that race afterwards. M&M's, and at M&M's, Chris Washer. I believe that is 26. Yeah, 26. 27th, Noah Hart. 28th, Dylan Thero. 29th, Carlos Rodriguez. Rounding out the top 30 is Eric Burton. 31st is David Rivera. 32nd, Zachary Fitzwater. 33rd, Henrietta Fitzwater. 34th, Chris Michaels. 35th, Nathan Hudson. 36th, Ibrahim. 37th, Joshua Michaels. 38th, Chris Dollarton. 39th, Daniel Day. Rounding out the top 40 is Chris Nelson. 41st is Jordan Colpin. Starting 42nd, and dead last is Rue McIntyre. So that is a look at your starting lineup. We are now going to go green when they come down to the stripe. It's like as of late with qualifying, it's been a head-to-head competition between Jessica Sheldon and Austin LaPlante to see who's going to get a higher spot in that front row and get the preferred line on a start or a restart. 30 laps at one of the biggest tracks of the schedule of 2.5 miles. And here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. And already I see Dylan Young, Matt McIntyre dive into the inside. And Matt McIntyre is going to go 3 wide. Whoa, and he makes some contact with the 15 of Barney Taylor. He moved him up the track. Matt McIntyre made a 3 wide for third, and he's got the inside right now. He could get around Barney Taylor in the tunnel turn here, which is what they're approaching. He's got the line, and he's also trying to go underneath Austin LaPlante, but he's not there to him yet. He's still racing with Barney Taylor, and it looks like he's going to get the edge, and he's going to get around Barney Taylor for third. Meanwhile, Jessica Shelton still leads away, and she will lead lap 1. Meanwhile, back here, Dylan Thero's way back here. Something had to happen with his car. Everybody else is still up here. It's just Dylan Thero who's back there. Jessica Shelton still leads, but then look at Matt McIntyre. He's right on the back bumper of Austin LaPlante. And now he's going to go to the inside, and he's going to try to get around for the second spot. He's there on the inside. I believe he's going to get around him right here in turn 3. Since he's got the preferred line. And look who's coming in right behind him. Charles Jackson. He's now underneath Austin LaPlante for third. And now Matt McIntyre's moved himself up to the second spot. While meanwhile, Jessica Shelton still leads away. Now here comes Barney Taylor, but he falls back in line behind Charles Jackson. Meanwhile, Jessica Shelton's got about a 3-car length gap between herself and Matt McIntyre for second. And now Austin LaPlante going to try to go to the inside of Matt McIntyre for second to regain that spot. And he's got the line, and they're going through the tunnel turn, but he doesn't have him quite cleared just yet. Matt's still putting up a hell of a fight up on the high line. And he's going to get around him, and he's going to clear the 42. Meanwhile, Jessica Shelton, on the other hand, still leads away. While we're at it, we're going to take a look at a run-through of the top 20 as they stand right now on the field. It's Jessica Shelton in the lead, then Austin LaPlante second, Barney Taylor third, Fred Schaefer fourth, Matt McIntyre fifth, then it's Cole Daly sixth, Cody Lamas seventh, Charles Jackson 8th, Michael Norman 9th, Nick Smith the top 10. Then it's Ian Dutta 11th, 12th is Chris Oliver, 13th Kyle Matthews, 14th Danny Wells, 15th Charlie Rodriguez, 16th Cody Hagan, 17th Dylan Young, 18th Trent Dunham, 19th is Tommy Mooney, 20th is Austin Weiner. So far we have not had a caution. And from the looks of how that looked, Jessica Shelton, she is about a 3/4 of a straightaway behind Dylan Thero. I don't know if they're going to count Dylan Thero or not. But we shall see what will happen with this. Meanwhile, Jessica Shelton still leads away. I apologize for that freeze right there. Well, let's see. They are still green. Man, this is surprising that they've been able to go green flag racing for this long, and there hasn't been a single incident. Let's see how far ahead is Dylan Thero. He's just now, let's see. He's just now entering the tunnel turn. And Jessica Shelton and them, they're about to head into the tunnel turn. So they are catching that 13 of Dylan Thero. So I believe they will get to him here in the next few laps. And he will be a lap down. So I guess Dylan Thero just didn't get going on the start, or he might have lost the transmission. Let's check. Well, he's still in 4th gear. I believe he lost 3rd gear, and he had to go up to 4th gear, but he does appear to be up to speed, but I don't know why he's all the way back there. Meanwhile, the top 10's been shooken up a little bit. Jessica Shelton still leads, Austin LaPlante second, Barney Taylor third, Cole Daly fourth, Cody Lamas is now up here in 5th, Charles Jackson 6th, Fred Schaefer 7th, Michael Norman 8th, Chris Oliver 9th, and Matt McIntyre 10th. Then there you see Ian Dutta 11th, Charlie Rodriguez, Cody Hagan, Danny Wells, Tommy Mooney, Kyle Matthews, Austin Weiner, Dylan Young, Chris Washer is coming up through, and Trent Dunham. That is your top 20. Let's see where the driver who comes into the race second in points, Eric Burton's running. He's running back here in the 32nd position. Not where he wants to be. He wants to be up in that top 10 if he wants to get any momentum going up there with Chris Washer. Meanwhile, and back here we got a battle for second between Barney Taylor and Austin LaPlante. And Cole Daly's entering this battle as well. Although he's going to stick up to the high line to get behind his teammate Austin LaPlante. And They are still side by side. I believe Barney Taylor's going to get around him here because they're now in turn 3. And he's got that inside line. Though Austin LaPlante not giving up. He's still up there on the high line. And let's see. Yeah, he's third now. Barney Taylor is second, and he's got the inside still. And Cole Dowley's going underneath his teammate, Austin LaPlante. And so, too, eventually is going to be Cody Lamas. So we have a 4-car battle for second going on between Barney Taylor, Cole Dowley, Austin LaPlante, and Cody Lamas. And now Cody Lamas is going to dive underneath Austin LaPlante for the third spot. Or, excuse me, the fourth spot. Because now Cole Dowley's up to third. And no, he tried going to the inside of Barney Taylor, but he couldn't make it happen. Man, Austin LaPlante's starting to sink like a rock, because now here comes Charles Jackson to the inside. Let's see where Charles will be scored. He is scored in 5th, and he's going to get in line behind Cody Hagan. Now we got a battle for second between Barney Taylor and Cole Dowley. Meanwhile, back here, we have a battle for the 6th position between Charles Jackson, Fred Schaefer, and Austin LaPlante. And Fred Schaefer going to the inside of Austin LaPlante for that battle. It's double wide from second on back to the 6th spot. Now it's 4th on back, or I can't even speak. Michael Norman, though, on the other hand, right there in the 8th position, he's trying to lurk his way into this battle. And it looks like they're all coming down the pit. All the drivers are coming down pit road. Though Tommy Mooney and Henry Nova are staying out. So Tommy Mooney is the leader at the moment because he and Henry Nova decided to stay out. So right now it's first and second being Tommy Mooney and Henry Nova. Let's check in Jessica Sheldon's pit. See what strategy she's going to go with. She's going with 4 tires. Let's go to the pit lane cam to see who's going to come out first. Jessica Sheldon comes out first. She had a fast pit stop because Cole Dowley's way back there. Austin Weiner looks to probably get around to what he could be in the top 10. Everybody cycled through. Let's check, see where Tommy Mooney is. I need to go back to TV1. He and Dylan Thero and Henry Nova are on pit road now. But we shall see if the strategy of him staying out is going to work out for him. And if he can get up to speed in time, he could still be the leader. So we know that the fuel window is about 10-11 laps. So I'd say these guys will have to pit at least one more time. But wait a minute, let's go up to the 11 of Jessica Sheldon to keep an eye out on her, see if she's going to beat Tommy Mooney and get the lead back. And it looks like she will, so Jessica Sheldon has cycled back around as the leader. Cole Dowley in second. Third, Barney Taylor. Fourth, Cody Lamas. Fifth is going to be Charles Jackson. Sixth, Matt McIntyre. Seventh, Tommy Mooney. Eighth is Austin LaPlante. Ninth, Cody Hagan. 10th is Fred Schaefer. 11th is Michael Norman. 12th is 12th Michael Norman. 11th Kyle Matthews. 13th Chris Oliver. 14th Chris Washer. 15th is Ian Dutta. 16th is Austin Weiner. 17th Cameron Bailey. 18th Nathan Hudson. 19th Nick Smith. Top 20 rounding out is Dylan Young. Then it's Charlie Rodriguez, Henry Nova, Danny Wells, Sonny Hammond, Joshua Michaels, Ian Siegel, Trent Dunham, Carlos Rodriguez, Zachary Fitzwater, Henrietta Fitzwater, Eric Burden, Jordan Kolb, Noah Hart, Daniel Day, Chris Dollarton, Seth Cole, Rue McIntyre, Chris Michaels, Ibrahim, Chris Nelson, and then David Rivera, and then still back here in dead last is Dylan Thero, and we have a new leader. Cole Daly somehow got around Jessica Sheldon for the lead. Dylan Thero is not yet a lap down. How far ahead is he? Oh, he's not that far ahead. They are catching him fast. I think Dylan Thero will probably end up going a lap down once they get to him. But we have a new leader. The first time a lead change has happened that didn't happen with a pit strategy thing. And it is Cole Daly. But Jessica Sheldon, she's coming to the inside to try to regain that position. And she is there. And she doesn't have him quite cleared yet. I believe she will clear him now. Yes, she's clear of Cole Daly, so she's got the lead back. Let's see how far back they are from third. They are third is pretty far back. Barney Taylor pretty far back. And now Cole Daly going to dive to the inside to try to get around Jessica Sheldon. And they are right there to Dylan Thero. So that could stir up some kind of issue if they catch him quick enough. If they are going to be double wide, that could stir up some problems for whoever is going to be on whatever line Dylan Thero is running. And we are half a lap away from the halfway point of this race. And Cole Daly still has the lead. Jessica Sheldon's still glued up to the back bumper. They haven't been able to get to Dylan Thero just yet, but they will eventually. And we are halfway through. We are on lap 16 of 30. And Cole Daly is your leader. So right now, this is one of the interesting battles we have going on right now. And Cole Daly got kept up to the high line, and now here comes Jessica Sheldon back down to the inside of Cole Daly. You're looking at the two best cars of the race by far today. And now Jessica Sheldon going to the inside, but there is Dylan Thero right there in front of him. See what's going to happen with this, as Jessica Sheldon has the lead once again over Cole Daly. They are approaching that 13 of Dylan Thero. And now Cole Daly going to dive back down to the inside of Jessica Sheldon for the lead once again. Now Cole Daly, let's see what's going to happen with this. Looks like he ain't going to have her cleared. They're still side by side. Uh-oh, this could stir up trouble for Jessica Sheldon. If they get up to Dylan Thero, he's running the high line, which is where Jessica Sheldon is running. Oh man, they are getting so much more closer every turn to that 13 car. Now Cole Daly's got about 2 car length gap between himself and Jessica Sheldon, but there's a 3 car gap between himself and Dylan Thero up ahead. And we are about 13 laps to go here at Pocono. Our only trip here at this track. And Dylan Thero, Cole Daly's right there to Dylan Thero's back bumper. This could be useful for that 11 of Jessica Sheldon. But no, here comes Cole Daly to the inside of the 13. Jessica Sheldon, she's going to follow with Cole Daly. So I believe they are going to get around to 13 pretty easily. But Jessica Sheldon got a little bit of a run right there, as she is closer to that back bumper of Cole Daly. And wow, she got a big gap push right there because of Dylan Thero right there. Let's see if she can keep an inside line going underneath the 13 and somehow get an inside line run going on Cole Daly. It doesn't look like she's going to be able to right now. Cole Daly trying to go for his second win of the season. His first win came back all the way back at Atlanta, which was the 4th race of the season. And Jessica Shelton is trying to get her first win of the season and a spot in the chase. Jessica Shelton's just still glued to that back bumper of Cole Daly. If she can get underneath Cole Daly right here, heading into turn 3, she could get around for the lead, but she's still just sticking to that back bumper. Maybe she's taking her time, I don't know, but they will have to be coming down pit road here in the next few laps to top off, to finish off on fuel. But if we have a caution, then everybody will have to come down pit road to top off on fuel as well as tires. And Dylan Thero, he's still running up here with these guys. And now Jessica Shelton, she's going to go to the inside now. She thought now was the right time to get around the 88, and she's going to the inside. Let's see if she can get a run on him. No, she couldn't get to him fast enough because now she's fallen back in line behind the 88. We're going to keep an eye on them, see if they're coming down pit road this time by, which I don't think they will. But we'll see. Yeah, they are coming down the pit road now. I was going to say if they would have stayed on one more lap, I could have done a run through of the field. And there are some drivers staying out. Kyle Matthews. Oh, and the caution flag is out. Caution is out. There's smoke up ahead. Trying to see. Oh, Fred Schaefer. Fred Schaefer. And Chris Washer is involved. Our points leader is in trouble. Chris Washer involved, and I think he's out. He's retired. Yeah, I know you're seeing cars glitch out, but that's a glitch. Fred Schaefer and Chris Washer must have got into it somehow, because now we are under caution. And whoa! Sideswipe from Chris Nelson into Kyle Matthews. As they were coming up through the field, they just sideswiped that 27. Not sure what was the point of all that, but we are under caution for the first time today here at Pocono. Kyle Matthews is your leader because he elected to stay out. I believe those drivers who came down pit road, they're in trouble right now because they pitted and then the caution flag came out. So I believe they might have gotten caught one lap down, or they might have been able to barely stay out in front. And it looks like everybody's coming down the pit who stayed out except for Noah Hart. Not sure about that. Maybe he's staying out to lead a lap to gain an extra bonus point so he can get up more points and possibly get higher in the point standings. Let's see. Where is he scored? Right now they're scoring him 41st. Did he get caught a lap down? I believe he did, and he's trying to get the lap back. Austin Weiner got caught a lap down. And I think he's going to probably be able to get that lap back. But I believe you're looking at the leader right now, Jessica Shelton, who cycled back around as leader. I guess that caution somewhat kind of helped her because now she is in front of Cole Daly, so she can get... she could stay up front. But now, since we're under caution, we're going to take a look and see what brought it out here at Pocono. Well, I found out what happened. Watch the 31 of Fred Schaefer. He's going to come up into Chris Washer, and boom, they both go in the outside wall, and Fred Schaefer goes upside down. But he keeps him down on all four tires. Tommy Mooney was involved. He got spun around, and he got a buckle on his hood. And wow, everybody, great job to avoid that 33 up high. And Charlie Rodriguez goes through the grass to miss the 24 and the 33. We're actually going to look at this one more time. This time we're going to go to the helicopter cam to watch. And they were battling right there for around the 10th position, I believe. Fred Schaefer got tight really bad, and he comes up right in front of Chris Washer and they both go into the outside wall. Tommy Mooney had nowhere to go. Old Cody Hagan got a little piece of that. But Fred Schaefer took a wild ride. Comes up right in front of Chris Washer into the outside wall, and that's what got his car up in the air and over one time he goes. But it was enough for him to get his engine to die, as to for Chris Washer. And Tommy Mooney, I don't know if he's going to be retired or not. Maybe he won't be up to speed. We're not sure. But that is the points leader, Chris Washer, involved. Depending on where Eric Burden will finish, we could potentially see a new points leader in Eric Burden. It all depends on where the 55 will end up finishing. But while that happened, we are now going to take you back to the restart. Well, lights are out on the pace car, which means they will be going green flag racing next time by. Now you're wondering, Noah Hart's the first car in line, but he isn't the leader. He's just the last car on the tail end of the lead lap. But the leader is the person right behind him, and that's Jessica Sheldon. Then it's Cold Alley second, third Barney Taylor, fourth Cody Lamas, fifth Matt McIntyre, sixth Carlos Rodriguez all of a sudden up here, seventh Chris Michaels, eighth Chris Nelson, ninth Kyle Matthews, and 10th is Charles Jackson. Then it's Chris Oliver, Austin LaPlante, Michael Norman, Cameron Bailey, Ian Dutta, Nick Smith, Dylan Young, Cody Hagan, Danny Wells, Joshua Michaels is your top 20. Then it's Nathan Hudson, Charlie Rodriguez, Ian Siegel, Sonny Hammond, Henry Nova. Then Trent Dunham, Henrietta Fitzwater, Eric Burton, Chris Dollarton, Seth Cole, Daniel Day, David Rivera, Jordan Culp, Ibrahim, Rue McIntyre, Zachary Fitzwater, Dylan Thero, Tommy Mooney with no hood, and the first car lap down is Austin Weiner. Drivers out of the race are as followed. Fred Schaefer, and dead last for the second time this season is Chris Washer. Now, Chris Washer came into the race 21 points ahead of Eric Burden. He's dead last right now. And Eric Burden's 28th. So 15 points gain, I believe, Eric Burden will have at the moment. Unless he can get himself up into the top 20, he will still be second in points. But he cut the points lead into a big chunk. He took a chunk out of that points lead. But anyways, we're going to go green flag racing, our first restart of the race, and it's 6 laps to go here at Pocono. See if Jessica Sheldon can dive to the inside of that 56 to get around the 56, and she is going to. She is going to go underneath the 56. Let's see if the 56 is going to cause any trouble for the 88 of Cold Alley, and it's going to, because he's stuck behind him at the moment. So this is good news for Jessica Sheldon, that she has a lap car between herself and this battle for second that's going on between Barney Taylor and Cold Alley. Meanwhile, Matt McIntyre's lurking in there, as too is Cody Lamas. Jessica Sheldon's pulled off to a pretty good gap between herself and Barney Taylor, and also with Noah Hart in between. 5 laps to go here at Pocono. Can Jessica Sheldon hold off everybody and get her first win of the season? As Barney Taylor not quite able to get underneath his teammate Noah Hart to get around him to try to get a run on Jessica Sheldon. But now here comes Cold Alley to the inside of Barney Taylor for the second spot. And he's going to fall in line behind him. Meanwhile, Barney Taylor trying to go underneath Noah Hart again. But Noah Hart's not making it easy for anybody. He should have made it easy right there for his teammate, but now they're cleared of him. But now Cold Alley's into this fight as well. And Cody Lamas is going underneath Noah Hart. So Noah Hart will now be a lap down. The second car a lap down as it's scored. And Jessica Sheldon still leads, and it's 4 laps to go here at Pocono. If she can hold off everybody behind her, she is good to go for this race. some of these drivers came down the pit around lap 20. So if these guys have to come down pit road on the very last lap, then the driver who I think would be in the catbird seat potentially would be this guy, Kyle Matthews. But anyways, we have a battle for third raging on between Cole Daly and Cody Lamas. Meanwhile, let's take a look, see where the 55 of Eric Burton's running. Let's see. 30th, so he would gain 12 points at the moment over Chris Washer, so he would cut the lead down from 21 to about 9 points. That would be the point standings if the race were over, if the race was over at the moment. But Jessica Sheldon still leads, but Barney Taylor's trying to lurk in behind Jessica Sheldon, but Jessica Sheldon just got too big of a gap. She's got like a 2-car length gap between herself and that 15. Or a car and a half. But Barney Taylor's trying hard to get to her to be a threat for the win. And we are 2 laps to go here. Jessica Sheldon still leads, but she's doing everything she can to stay in front of that 15 of Barney Taylor. But Barney Taylor has one fast machine under him. But Jessica Sheldon's got a little bit of a faster car. Let's see the fastest lap that last lap. The fastest lap the last lap has went to Chris Oliver at under 52 seconds. But here they come. They're getting ready to come off of turn 3 to take the white flag, but keep an eye out if they have to come down pit road the next lap. And here we go, white flag is out for the 11 of Jessica Sheldon. And look who's up there in third now, Charles Jackson. He's trying to go for his best finish of the season of third and potentially move himself higher up in the points. So the top 5, it's Jessica Sheldon, Barney Taylor, Charles Jackson, Austin LaPlante, and Cody Lamas. Then Matt McIntyre, Cole Daly, Kyle Matthews, Chris Oliver, Ian Dutta. I was trying to get back to Jessica Sheldon, and they're in turn 3. Let's see if they have to come down pit road. No, they're not coming down. I believe the race is good to go. Coming down to the checkered flag, it's going to be Jessica Sheldon in the FedEx Ground Car. She is going to get her first win of the season, and she's going to win the Pocono 400 at Pocono. Great race we had today, and a great drive by that 11 of Jessica Sheldon, who has came so close to winning races before this season. But this time, she was up there and she ran with it and prevailed. Jessica Sheldon finally gets her win of the season and a potential spot in the chase. Great rally by that 11 team. And she could potentially move herself up into the points. As she came into this race, she might be the new points leader considering how she led the most laps, finished way ahead of Chris Washer. I believe she might be the new points leader. We'll check, because I will have to look at the current points and then take a look at what's going to happen with this, because I see Eric Burton, he finished way back there. But anyways, let's take a look at your results. Jessica Sheldon is going to get her first win of the season here at Pocono. Great run for her. Barney Taylor tried so hard to try to get to the 11 of Jessica Sheldon for his third win of the season, but he's going to come away with second, but still a great run for him nonetheless. Charles Jackson, his highest finish of the season of third. Great rally by that 16 Roush Fenway car. Austin LaPlante, fourth. Great run for him. And Cody Lamas He has been getting better and better each and every single week. He comes away with a 5th place finish. Great job for him. And our winner from Canadian Tire, Matt McIntyre, gets another top 10 finish. Great run for him. Cole Daly, who is arguably the 2nd best car of the race, he's going to come away with 7th place. Kyle Matthews in 8th. Great run for him. Chris Oliver, after the last couple weeks he's been struggling, he comes away with a top 10. Great run for him. And Ian Dutta, another top 10 finish for him. Then the rest of the cars, Cameron Bailey gets 11th. Great run for him. And it was close between him and Michael Norman for that spot, because Michael Norman finished 12th. Sonny Hammond 13th. Carlos Rodriguez came out of nowhere, and he gets a top 15 finish. And Nick Smith rounds out the top 15. Then it's Joshua Michaels, Charlie Rodriguez, Chris Michaels, Trent Dunham, and Ian Siegel, the top 20. Then it's Cody Hagan, Henrietta Fitzwater, Danny Wells, Seth Cole, Nathan Hudson, Ibrahim, Eric Burden, who ends up 27th. But Chris Dollarton 28th, Henry Nova 29th, and Dylan Young rounds out the top 30. And then the rest of these top 40 drivers finished the race, and 2 of them were a lap down. But Jordan Kolb gets 31st. Daniel Day in 32nd. Then it's David Rivera, Zachary Fitzwater. Dylan Theros somehow got his lap back, and he gets 35th. Rue McIntyre, and then Chris Nelson, Tommy Mooney, the last car on the lead lap. And then the next 2 cars finished the race, but were a lap down. Noah Hart and Austin Weiner. I believe they got caught on pit road a lap down when that caution came out. So it was a tough break for both of those guys. And then the last 2 cars were out of the race, Fred Schaefer and Chris Washer. Now, the point situation. Chris Washer came into this race 21 points ahead of Eric Burden. Eric Burden finished the race in 27th. He gained 15 points on Chris Washer, so he cut that points lead down to 6 points. But Jessica Sheldon came into the race 34 points behind Chris Washer and 13 points behind Eric Burden. She gained all those points and more on Eric Burden, and she is going to gain 47 points on Chris Washer. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this race, Jessica Sheldon, will leave as the points leader. So this is the 2nd time Jessica Sheldon's going to be the points leader this season. So great job for Jessica Sheldon to not only get the win, but get the points lead back. And congratulations to her. But anyways, that is it for this race. Our next race, our 17th race of the season, will be the Napa Valley 350 at Sonoma, or Infineon, whichever people want to call it. But congratulations to Jessica Sheldon. Until next race, I am Levi McIntyre, a.k.a. ThrashManiac99, the voice of NASCAR Walmart Cup Series, here to present to you the official finishing results and the points. But until next race, so long, everybody.